I'm Audrey Chandler, the high school principal here at DeQueen High School. We want to welcome you to our very own assistant principal, Murray Neely's retirement party. We came up with this idea to do something special and to honor him. He has been in education for 48 years. So these next series of videos, you're going to see different teachers, staff, coaches looking for different ways to honor him and let him know we really do appreciate him. Right now, along my side, I have Coach Jared Fannin, assistant principal here at DeQueen, and he wants to talk a little bit about Mr. Neely.
Mr. Neely, he is a great influence on me. I've known Mr. Neely for quite a few years now, but only got to work alongside him for these last 2 years as assistant principal, and getting to work beside him and get to know him personally has been tremendous. He's been a great asset to me in this new job, new journey that I've taken, and that's one thing that I will take from Mr. Neely is the experience that I've gained from him and his knowledge as assistant principal.
I've known Mr. Neely pretty much all my life. With my family being from DeQueen, several of my mom, my aunts, uncles, cousins, they had Mr. Neely. With him having 48 years in education, he has been around the community, the town. You know, we always call him Mr. DeQueen. Coach Fannin, if you can think of a favorite memory about Mr. Neely, I know there's probably 4 or 5, but if you could come up with one, what would be your favorite memory?
Yeah, there's a lot of favorite memories I have of Mr. Neely, but the one that always sticks out to me is 2 summers ago. We were at school working in the summer, and Mr. Neely gets a phone call from his wife that he needs to come home because there's a snake in the house and he needs to kill it. So Mr. Neely rushes up to his house.
I remember.
He finds the snake, pins it, and obviously he kills the snake. And that's a tremendous story. I'll never forget that. And that's one thing that about Mr. Neely. He rushed home.
Saving the day.
Saved the day, and he killed the snake in his house.
Yeah, that was a funny memory as well. You know, we could go on and on about Mr. Neely. You know, he's one of these guys. He would give you the shirt off his back. You know, he does anything for our students, our teachers. If there's a ball game in town, you know, whether it's here or away, he's going to be your first person there. He's just a good go-to guy. I can think of several memories of Mr. Neely. You know, he talks about Mary Ann, he talks about Jessica, Mary Catherine. He loves all those grandkids, and I am excited for him. He's going to get to do several things of getting to spend time with those grandkids, and we are going to miss him, but knowing Mr. Neely, he's just going to be right around the block and, you know, always willing to pitch in. And so we're just really excited that we're getting to do this video, and so stay tuned for more teachers and coaches, and we just want to say we love you, Mr. Neely.
Thank you, Mr. Neely. Good luck on the golf course.
This is my first school year to work with him. I'm sad that I only got to work 1 year with him. I wish I had came over here a little sooner because he's awesome.
This is my 7th year here, but I have known Coach Neely since maybe 2002.
I've known Mr. Neely for 3 years.
28 years.
7 years.
I think this is year 23 or 24.
7 years.
4 years. 2 years.
I've worked with Mr. Neely for about 10, maybe 11 years.
I have worked with Mr. Neely going on 12 years.
26 years now.
The last 10 years since I've been at DeQueen.
I have known him for 2 years.
27 years.
Been with Tuffy a long time.
9 years.
16 years.
20 years.
For about 18 years.
35 years.
6 years.
2 years.
2 years.
2.
3 years now.
4 years.
For a year now.
Almost 20 years.
I've known you for the last 2 years. You are a great man.
I've known Tuffy my entire life. My grandparents and his parents were best friends. And in fact, my mom and his older sister were best friends, and she was my mom's maid of honor. So Tuffy has always been in my life.
Bob and I just started dating, and we went to a softball game.
Mr. Neely was sitting on the other side of Bob, and they talked all night long. When the game was over, Mr. Neely looked at me and said, "Are y'all together?" So he stole my date.
At Tuffy's birthday party, we surprised him and it was one of our first big potlucks, and we bought him a guitar strap. But that time, I didn't know what to bring, so I went to Walmart and ordered a huge box of chicken. And he loved the chicken, and I never realized that I was the one who started him bringing, he called it Yardbird. So when he signs up on a potluck, I don't care if we say we're bringing soups and sandwiches, everybody's going, "Where's the Yardbird?" And I'll look at the sign-up list, and he's got Yardbird. And he reminds me all the time, "You're the one who did that."
My best memory of him is probably when he will come to my classroom and talk about my grandmother and just help me jog my memory of things that we did growing up and remember those special times. I also love visiting with him about sports. We talk about Baylor, football, basketball, track, and so that's always a lot of fun.
My favorite memory is we sharing a meal at the Waffle House together.
We used to go to Ranch House before games and have a pregame meal together. And this was back before we did pregame meals, and so we always had a good time of sitting down and getting a visit before a game.
Okay, the first week of school, I had morning courtyard duty, and there was a possum in the trash can. And I heard the kids yelling that there was this possum in the trash can. I thought, they're lying. So I go over there. Sure enough, there is a possum in the trash can. And so whoever was on duty with me, they were like, "We'll just call Tuffy." And I'm like, "I think I'll just take the trash can." "No, we better call." Okay. He comes out there. He's all serious. "No, I better call animal control." I'm like, "Really, Mr. Neely? I can handle it. Let me just take the trash can to the tree line." "I can't let you do that. What if it attacks you?" I think I can do it. I mean.
One of his best coaching tips he ever told me when I was a kid, wasn't a very good tip, but it was pretty funny. I got beat in a race. I think I was running 100-meter hurdles, and he told me, he said, "Bill, you know, if you run faster, you get a better time." So I always thought that was funny. I was like, okay, well, I'll try to run faster. I'm sorry. So
I have a story to tell. My husband graduated in 1954, and he played football here. Now, Tuffy's dad really loved football, so he would come to practice, and Tuffy would come with him. And my husband, Paul Stone, said that Tuffy would come out and kick the football player's shins. And he said, "It really hurt." So that's how Tuffy got his name.
He's even locked me in my own office before. And I've tried to tell him, "Tuffy, when I open the door, it's gonna unlock, so you don't have to, I'll just lock it anyway. So he wanted to be really safe about that. But
I think what I or remember the most about Mr. Neely is that he would always come to me and ask how to pronounce our Spanish speakers, our Spanish students, their names, which shows great respect for that to me, and I really appreciated him wanting to say their name correctly.
Him and Mr. Ward, jamming in Mr. Ward's room, him doing the talent show, playing his guitar and everything. He gets a big kick out of that.
My favorite memory will be like every time we help him, he will be nice, sweet, and kind, and like buy us like a Coke or a chocolate to tell us thank you. And that's
one of my favorite memories is Mr. Neely always coming downstairs at random times in the year and just critiquing students' work. The work that we have out on the hallway, he typically comes by once every 9 weeks, and him and I just stand out there and we critique the students' art. He picks his favorites, he talks about why it's his favorite, and it's just really meaningful to me and the kids because I can relay what his thoughts are to the kids, and it's just super sweet and thoughtful because not a lot of admin have that kind of time to just come down and talk about art.
Oh, he went to a ZZ Top concert and brought my husband a t-shirt back, but he didn't bring me one.
I'm telling you, in the mornings when we're driving to school, my son always makes sure he looks out in the parking lot and that he sees that Mr. Neely's there. And every morning he's like, "Where's Mr. Neely, Mom? I want to go ahead and see him."
When I would set up somebody in the cafeteria and he would be there, he would always get on the microphone and start singing. And I think that Mr. Neely is a very unique person, and I think the whole district is going to miss Mr. Neely.
All right, so Coach Neely called me in to witness because back then you had to have a witness if you were going to
paddle a child. And we went into his office and he shut the door. And of course, Coach Neely gave, you know, the speech about how violence is not ever, you know, the answer to anything. And he said, all right, son, stand up and turn around and face the wall. And Coach always had a pile of manila folders on his desk. Nobody really ever knew what was in them, but they were full of just stuff. And so he took his paddle and he looked at me and he kind of winked, which I thought was odd. And he took his paddle and he hit that pile of folders 3 times, and it was really super loud and super hard. And Zach turned around and looked at me. He goes, Mom. I said, hush. And so he turned around and he looked at Coach Neely and he said, now, son, I expect when you walk out of my office today, there better be some tears. And Zach said, yes, sir. So he walked out and walked past the other student that was waiting his turn for Coach Neely. And he just looked at him with big eyes. He goes, oh, man. And Zach just kept walking out and walked back to class.
And we give him a hard time when it gets Valentine's Day or his wife's birthday, and we will say stuff like, what'd you get her? He goes, oh, well, I think I'm going to take her to Texarkana. And we're thinking, oh, a big romantic evening. And he says, yeah, because they have Chick-fil-A and we don't have Chick-fil-A here. So I'm going to take her to Chick-fil-A. And we're like, boy, you are so romantic. She's probably going to just hit you over the head. Or flowers will come in Valentine's Day and we'll say, Tuffy, what'd you buy Mary Ann for Valentine's Day? He goes, are there any extra flowers in that vase?
And I've had the privilege of knowing him as my principal since I've been in high school myself. And I would say the fondest memories I have of him are him talking about coaching and teaching my dad when my dad was in high school. So he's been around for a long time.
He played the guitar for the pageant and he did a little ad-libbing, and it turned out to be not only a musical performance but also comedy as well.
During one of my lunch duty times, he was sitting there getting the mic and was having some issues with the mic. Ended up getting that fixed, and as he was walking around the cafeteria, he just started singing Amarillo by Morning.
First time I met you, I noticed that you were a very welcoming, peaceful, pleasant, humble individual, and I really appreciated that when I was working with you. Very understanding.
Probably his hard work and dedication. He makes me tired watching him, all of his hard work he does.
He's always been really nice, and I love getting to talk to him and listen to his stories and stuff like that.
His jokes. He has got the best jokes. They sometimes are really corny, but he always has something funny to say.
Sports. He's told me that he played football with my uncle Morris McCrae, and so anytime I think about him, I sort of think about sports.
He comes in our office and he's like, "You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job." So just that you know, just that pick me up. Sometimes you need it during the day.
Okay, so Mr. Neely's kind of been my boss since I was in the 10th grade. He was my principal in the 10th grade. In the 11th grade, he actually was the witness when I got swats by Mr. Walthour. 12th grade, he was still there. I went to college and came back and subbed 2 years later, and he was my boss then. Took a break and went to a different school, came back, and here we still are. And so now he's like my longtime grandpa who buys cafeteria cookies and Yardbird for us quite often.
One of the things I'm going to miss most about Coach Neely is his laugh. He'll tell a joke and then he laughs at himself, and his laugh is just, it's so funny. He tickles himself, which makes me laugh.
Just the stories and having conversation with a guy I've known pretty much my whole life, as far as back I can remember. He's a very nice individual. He's a great guy to have a conversation with. He's always smiling. He's always happy usually, and he's always willing to help out. So I'm just going to miss the man in general.
The talks that we always had, you can always count on him that if you need somebody to talk to, he's always going to be in the hallway. Want to talk about sports is the biggest thing that I've always noticed. He always knows everything about every sport.
And I've enjoyed getting to see like his fun and goofy side instead of like the strict
rule follower side that I saw when I was a student. We're definitely going to miss him a lot.
Something I'll miss about Mr. Neely. You know, sometimes he likes to talk to us for a while, but I enjoy it. We have good conversations, so.
His personality, his jokes, his smile, and just him overall.
He is the kindest, most genuine. He is going to help you in any way that he can. If you need something, he is there. He's always at school. Late in the afternoons, early in the mornings, he is always there. He's always kind and so much support. When I think about being a leopard, I think about Mr. Neely.
Just all the talks. You know, you have a lot of talks with Mr. Neely, and you learn a lot when you talk to him.
He's always around. He's helping his students, and he just loves DeQueen schools.
He has played music with my father-in-law and his dad, so those are great memories of him.
I always really appreciated how he talked to my own children and made them feel excited about school, asked them how their day was all the time, threw a football with my son.
He is one of the kindest and most genuine, committed to his job men that I've ever met. He never fails to make you feel good on a day when you need a little boost. He is always trying to give you that little bit of extra encouragement.
What I'm going to miss most about Mr. Neely is he's always ready to talk to somebody. He's very personable. He's always stopped me in the hallway and talked about, you know, drums or whatever he thinks I have an interest in, and, you know, the interests that we share. I really miss him quite a bit, and he brings a good energy to the school. It's a nice change of pace to just sit there and talk to somebody for a minute. So he's always supported the band. I'm going to miss that appreciation from him, and going to miss him a whole bunch.
Coach always wears button-up shirts that have pockets, and in his pocket he always keeps these little spiral notebooks that he writes everything down, and I think there has to be boxes and boxes of those somewhere, because he never would throw anything away, and he keeps everything.
Just randomly every now and again he'll get you know, just a sweet tooth, and he'll always buy us cookies or ice cream sandwiches, and it's just a nice surprise.
I just enjoyed working with him when we were both track coaches. When I started here, I was the junior girls track coach, and he was the senior boys track coach, and working with him and his positivity and his work ethic and attention to detail always kind of impressed me, and he was just a lot of fun to work with.
I'm going to miss him coming into my room multiple times, talking about sporting events.
Just, you know, seeing him around, because he's always at everything, you know, anything that's going on, whether it's our events, sports, he's always there. Just seeing him, which I'm sure he'll still be there. I think he'll miss that stuff, and he'll be back around.
Something that I'm going to miss is conversations about your teaching experience with your students. I really enjoy talking with you about that and listening to those explanations and times that you had at school.
His carefree attitude, his always welcome to talk to you about different things, making sure everything's okay with your day, things like that.
I just want to say, Tuffy, best wishes and good luck, and we love you, and we know you're going to continue to support DeQueen Leopards from wherever you are.
Mr. Neely, we're going to miss you so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for always being kind to me. Thank you for the scared girl starting her first day being that kind person to welcome me as well. Thank you for everything.
Mr. Neely, thank you for my whole family. You have always been a great encouragement to all of us. Lane loved subbing for you and talking with you about guitars and playing the bass. It meant so much to us how you always cheered Philip on during his track days and encouraged him in his 440 and talked to him about how he was built to run that race. I want to thank you for being a wonderful supporter in education and a godly example for me. You will be missed.
Thank you for the service to the community, to the school, and to these children throughout 48 years of service. And I hope you have a happy, healthy, long retirement with your wife.
When I think of DeQueen High School, Mr. Neely comes to mind just because he's always there, dedicated, and gives so much time to the teachers and to this community and to the students.
I think Mr. Neely leaves behind a really great legacy here at DeQueen High School. I feel like he is almost the symbol of our school now. He is so kind, he is so caring, and he's very, very patient with our kids, and it's just not going to be the same without him next year.
You just have a good retirement, enjoy it. You know, this place will miss you, but you know, you've put your time in, enjoy your time at home.
And I've really enjoyed working for him. You couldn't ask for a better boss.
All right, Mr. Neely, first of all, thank you for all the years of service that you put in for our country and our community. You are truly a pillar. You have spent so many hours of your life at school, at ball games, working hard to make sure everything runs smoothly. You've gotten up early to contact us, gotten calls in the middle of the night that we needed a sub the next day, and you always work diligently to make sure that that's taken care of. You have been kind to those who work with you, and you have had our backs time after time. You have worked under principals of all kinds, with all kinds of character and personality, and you've been consistent through all of that. You will be missed, but you deserve this retirement more than anyone I know. It's time for you to be a spectator and come and go as you please, rather than have to be at ball games and such. You get to spend time with your family, enjoy your slower pace and quiet meditation that you can finally have. Thank you again for all of your hard work. We love you and wish you the best in life, and may God bless you in this next chapter.
He goes above and beyond for all the kids, no matter what sport it is, and he's truly a fan of the Leopards, and he supports anybody. That's what I like about him.
Thank you for everything you've done. I've really enjoyed working with you the last 10 years. You've made an impact on me. Your kindness and genuinely caring for others is just very touching and reminds us all to be a better person every day. I'm so excited for you in your retirement and wish you the best, and hope you get to spend many moments on the golf course and enjoying your grandkids. Congratulations.
He's one of those guys that was everywhere, whether you was at a track meet or whether you went to a coaches convention or you went to a summer 7-on-7 contest. Coach Neely seemed like he was always one of those guys that was everywhere.
I'd like to say congratulations to Mr. Neely on his upcoming retirement. He has been a fixture at DeQueen High School for as long as I've been here, and it is going to be a different place without his presence. He is a top-notch individual, and I think we're all going to miss him, and I hope he enjoys his retirement.
When I think of Mr. Neely, I think of Leopard Pride. He embodies it. He is a huge supporter of DeQueen School District and the students and faculty there.
So, Mr. Neely, it's been a privilege working with you this year. I'm glad that I got to spend your last year with you. I have learned a lot from you this year. You're full of history, full of knowledge. I have really enjoyed your funny stories. I'm really going to miss you, and I really do hope that you'll come back and visit.
Thank you, Coach Neely, for all you've done for me. Wish you the best. I hope to see you around, whether it be on the golf course or at a ball game. Just enjoy your retirement. Thank you for all that you've done for DeQueen and for me.
Your guidance has taught me invaluable lessons that I will carry with me for years to come. The respect you show to everyone around you and the unwavering dedication you give to your work. These are qualities that I will always strive to emulate. Your friendship and mentorship mean the world to me, and I will always cherish the time we've spent together.
I'm just really happy for him. He's been a great mentor. He's been a great person to be around, and he's helped me out in a lot of different situations.
I don't know anyone who loves DeQueen Leopards more than Tuffy Neely.
Oh, Mr. Neely, I just think he's so sweet, and he's such a hard worker and cares so much about the school and the students and all of the staff.
Mr. Neely has always been a hard worker. He's here first thing every morning. He's always cheerful. He's always friendly. And I've been working with him for 10 years now. When I came here 10 years ago, he was talking about being eligible to retire, and I said, "Come on, Mr. Neely, do 10 more with me." He said, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to do that." But here we are, 10 years later. Mr. Neely, we're excited for your future. We wish you the best.
I've enjoyed working with you for 7 years. You have always been dependable and helpful, I wish you the best in retirement. And if you ever have questions about gear trains, just come back and our engineering class will help you out.
For the last 7 years, since I've been here at DeQueen, I've been very blessed to get to work with Coach Neely. Mr. Neely's been one of our principals. Has been a tremendous administrator for our school district, does a great job with our policies. And then finally, just as the superintendent of DeQueen Schools and on behalf of our board of directors, I can't thank Coach Neely enough for his years of service. I believe he's had 48 years of service in Arkansas, and I believe every one of those except for one has been here at DeQueen. And if you had to think of an employee in our school system that has given, as much of their service and dedication to our school and exemplifies leopard pride and loves the leopards, it would definitely have to be Coach Neely.
Mr. Neely, my friend Tuffy, I just want to congratulate you on your next move in life here, and know that you're going to be missed, and that I think the world of you. We had a lot of good times. I hope to have more. I won't talk about you being busted in my classroom playing guitar by Mr. Bussey, and you set it down and walked out without saying a word. And I won't talk about our trip to Nashville, Tennessee, when you disappeared from me for about 2 hours, and I never knew where you were at, but hey, it's your business. Know that I love you, and I just appreciate everything you've done for me, and being able to work with you, and just best of luck.
Okay, I just want to say thanks for all of your help and support, and I hope you have a great retirement.
If you enjoy your retirement, Mr. Neely, we're going to miss you here.
All right, we'll see you, Mr. Neely. Enjoyed working with you the past 2 years. Enjoy your retirement.
Tuffy, it's been great working with you all these years.
Take care, buddy.
See you later, buddy.
Mr. Neely, I hope you have a great retirement. You are going to be missed. We love you.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
We're going to miss you so much here at DHS.
Have a blast. Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Goodbye, we'll miss you.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Bye, Tuffy.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Thank you, Mr. Neely.
Thank you, Mr. Neely.
Happy retirement.
Happy retirement.
Bye, Tuffy.
Bye, Mr. Neely. I love you.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Coach Neely.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Be seeing you.
Thank you, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
See you around.
Well, Tuffy, I hope you have a long, enjoyable retirement and spend lots of time with the grandkids.
Bye.
See you later, Mr. Neely.
Adios, Mr. Neely.
Congratulations.
I'm right behind you.
Later, Mr. Neely.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Bye.
Have a good retirement.
Bye, Mr. Neely.
Bye, Tuffy. Have a great retirement.
Mr. Neely, we love you. Thanks for all your service to our school, and go Leopards.
Hi, I'm Audrey Chandler, the high school principal. We are finishing up our video for Mr. Neely for his retirement party. I first wanted to thank everybody for coming down to DQTV and just sharing their favorite memories and making Mr. Neely feel special. I also wanted to give a shout out to DQTV as well as Miss Sharp for helping putting all this together. We could have never done this, without y'all. To finish up, just a few kind of thoughts of, when I think of Mr. Neely, I always think of, the person that's going to go the extra mile. He loves all the teachers, the students, and he's just at every ball game and just loves DeQueen Leopards. Huge Buffalo Bills fan. I keep trying to get him to come over to the Dallas Cowboys, but I think he'll always be a Buffalo Bill fan, true and true. And Mr. Neely, we just really appreciate you. We love you. We wish you good luck in your retirement, and to have 48 years in education, that is just unheard of, extremely amazing, and we just really appreciate everything that you've done for DeQueen High School and DeQueen School District. So thank you, Mr. Neely.